Hello, my friends, and welcome back to a continuing blind Let's Play of Homestuck for the PC. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and today we'll continue on with page 7531 as Vriska tells us our plan of assault. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Vriska is breaking down which team should attack which area. Thickness. We'll need a team to raid Durst again, but this time for all the marbles. And remember, the raid has to start before the rest of the action to keep her from getting upper hand. And the party has to be at least good enough to not defeat her, keep her busy for a long time. So who wants a piece of the sea witch? Both raise their hands. Me! Alright, I've got two takers from the log camp. Look at Kanai in the background, I just noticed her. We'll need more though. Who else? I'll go. Are you sure, John? I think so. From what you said, it sounds like this is the most important battle. If we don't keep her busy, everything could get messed up. I think I'd be good at that. I can use all my windy powers for distractions and such. Okay, you with the lines then. Make it count. I may go as well. I may as well go too. It would be a shame if the pity defeating the woman who terrorized our planet for ages has no representation from our species. Fair enough. Shame or not, I'm afraid you won't work. That won't work, Kanaya. Why not? You can't join the party while Anita's not yet. There's another critical which you specifically need to play first. We can't risk losing you in a battle until it's complete. What is it? I'll explain later, after the teams are set. Interesting. Ooh, looks awesome. Alright, team 2. Okay, let's say team contest is good enough for now with John, Voxy, and Rose. Next vote, Dogjack. Like I said, we're making on the publicity and keeping him busy, so he's not an immediate battle priority. We won't design a team for him right now. Or designate, yeah. But as I mentioned, in the event Jay wakes up for some reason, she should be reserved exclusively for this fight. That means someone needs to tell her, if not in person, then some other way. Perhaps leave a reminder for her, maybe tied to her finger or something? Or at least control the fight against him if need be, once their targets have been dealt with. Until then, better to let the heavy keep him in check. Yeesh. Team 3. Next, Lord Jack. Who wants, dibs on this guy? Man, I guess that's me. Okay, Dave. There are all these rumors swirling around. I gotta beat Ellie anyway. Just probably bogus, but whatevs. Killing this guy, at least that would make me the best thing, right? So maybe if I do what I could like, put the prophecy to rest. That logic sounds reasonable to me. For what it's worth, I never bought into the idea that he was supposed to be the one to kill English anyway, so that's one down. Who else? Okay, why not? You sure, Terezi? You're not immortal, remember, and this one's going to be tough. You said we need good fighters to get at this guy, and I think I'm pretty decent. At least at stabbing things, so I'll go. Besides, someone has to witness Dave's heroism if he wants to be let off the hook for that prophecy. Hey, it's your decision. Anyone else? What about Dave's bro? I heard he's supposed to be hot stuff. Yeah, sure. Well, that's fine if, you're comfortable volunteering someone who isn't here for a deadly battle. I mean, it's cool if you want to, do that. Dave, come on. As if it's not extremely likely he'd seek her out upon questing here anyway. Why don't we just pencil it into the team as probably? All the dance. Well, just be sure to debrief on the whole situation when he gets here. Think you can handle that, Dave? Okay, great. Which reminds me, what about the Aquis? How do you fit into this? I haven't decided yet. I'm going to crunch some numbers in the vast combat matrix I just compiled now, in the microblink of a nanosecond to deduce the optimal strategic appropriation of my assets, i.e., my missiles. Joining real Dave in battle is simply tempting, but I do not wish to hone in on real Dirk's blah 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 blah. Instead, I would prefer to blaze on my own trail with my own hooves. I always want to do something really boring and heroic. I mean, aside from all the other stuff I have done, like that, which is quite a lot. But something quite grandiose and perfectly unmistakable as a gesture, turning the tide of fortune for all of existence. This is what I have always desired. Well, that is to say, both halves of me once had such an ambivalent desire, which was compromised by respect to internalized conflict. But together, that desire is fully realized and no longer ambivalent. Nay, it is now fully bivalent. Perhaps univalent. I would like my gesture to shock everyone. It must come out from out of the book. Blood. Or blue. Blue. There we go. Make virtually no sense. Stun all involved, and have a lasting, profoundly unintelligible impact on all future and pseudo-future. Look at me. Flicks! Does this answer your question, Vriska? Oh, sorry, I was just totally mesmerized by incredible skill. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action and wanting to do something important. In any case, you earn the right to do whatever the heck you want. Just by being awesome. End of story. Okay, next. Just by being awesome. Oh my god. That's a lot of them. Team 4. We'll need to designate a team for Robojack and his entourage. Alright, full disclosure, this is where things get kind of stupid. Even talking about this guy and his crew is probably always so good for technical analysis. But the fact is, he's going to be here, and you're going to have to deal with this BS. I strongly recommend the Dragster party get stuck with mop-up duty on this. Really? I'm kind of laughing already. Oh man, I really don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but I know I shouldn't. What? Okay, intelligence reports I've gathered merely through a bit of my time-hopping reconnaissance suggest that Robojack may, I repeat, may be in transit with a bunch of green time-traveling idiots in the oven. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, if it's true, none of these bozos are particularly powerful. They'll merely just be a nuisance, so who wants to deal with them? Hey, kid. Yes, I'm talking with you again. Gosh, dang it. What was his name again? Joke? Vriska, stop. It's cheap, and you know it. Alright, listen, Joke. Joke, step out of it. I'm talking to you. Oh, sorry. This is strategy session, Joke. Please stay alert. Now do you think you can handle being on the team? I love how she's calling him Joke. Awesome, that's the spirit. Yeah, you're just following told. This assignment should be right up your alley, kid. Who else? For me, I'll do it. Thanks for volunteering, Tavos. This fight is pretty well suited to his sickle set too, and you could join Joke here to help him get ready, but there's one thing I need you to do before the battle starts. Oh, really? What? I'll explain to you later in private, but it's critical, and only something that only you can do. Oh, well that makes me the funny feelings combination, a spectacle, nervous, and excited. Good. That's exactly how you should be feeling about it, trust me. So anyone else want to step forward? Are you, screwing with me now? Come again? Well, let's see if I'm telling this up right. John Lalonde 1 and 2 are on Team Kudos. The Stridabos and Pyrup are on the Lord team. Jade, on non-nap duty, is on Dog team exclusively. The mayor isn't doing anything, because I have personally seen to it that not a single post-apocalyptic title on his head gets harmed. Crocker is on healing detail, and Lon 3 volunteered to support that. Kanai has some vague yet to be explained mission to do. So does Tavos. And Joe Keir just got shunted off to the Pee Wee League. So who the heck is even left aside from me? Heck and Cat, I guess. Sure we should have picked a role for Rose's stupid cat Lucis before moving on to the absolute bottom of the barrel, sometimes referred to as the Vantas Zone. Oh, great point, Carcat. Hey there, kitty. Meow. What would you like to do? I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Max or both. Aww. Oh, that can be a very important job. Don't let us down. Purr, purr, purr. Thank God we got that sorted out. Now that we've established the kitty cat is heading up the fish-eating operation, I think we can safely proceed to the rung of strategic importance directly below that. The infamous, what is Carcat going to do rung? Since everyone else has a job, my skills are relatively unimpressive. I had to sign up for Team Dip Heck too. Heck, even the kid in the banana hammock is a god too at least. So I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him? Sure, why not? Second in command to a third-rate hero. I mean, that sounds about right to me. Cargat, yes, you're absolutely right that you basically suck. Wow, tell it like it is. And that as a technical resource, you should be managed accordingly, but you aren't joining Joke's team or doing any fighting for that matter. Like Kanai, there's another more impressive matter reserved for you. In fact, it's the same as hers. What the heck? When were you planning on telling me this? Carcat, I earlier alluded to you when you waltzed over, interrupt my conversation with that guy and pretend you weren't flirting with me, remember? Oh, right. Well, what's this, pressing matter? I'm getting to that very soon. In fact, I just need to get team squared away first. Okay, well, are they? Looks like it. So that means, joke. Ah, dang it. Jake, I mean, really is a one-man team designated for Robo Jack and is even in his oven bozo. Apparently, you okay with that, kid? Um, you can do it. Just believe in yourself, or whatever the heck. When in doubt, just remind yourself that the battle isn't even particularly important. You could be on the way for some other battles just starting to come at sort of the resolution. Just hang in there. Okay. Excellent. Full picture here. Almost like there's somebody supposed to be here. That concludes the tactical planning part of this debriefing. It's all pretty logical, proof logical, right? No question or anything cool. Really, I sure did think that numbskulls would be doing around, if I went around like John just implied with his nice remarks. He really did it all the biggest heckin' favor in the history of time shaking is by climbing me in the face 3 years ago. You should all make him a gift basket when this is over to show your gratitude. No need to thank me, of course. I'm just doing my job here. Now, let's go with some really basic non-combat endgame stuff, and then we'll get ready to, break. For some reason, my brain read fork there. I don't know why. Fork? Why would I think of a kitchen utensil? Anyway. First, about Kanai and Karkat's mission. I alluded to a minute ago. This is really important. You both listening? Yes. No. Okay, well, one of two isn't bad. As long as Kanai understands it's mainly what matters, it's just the more important part of this equation. Well, I'm heckin' shocked. What do we, or excuse me, princess, what does she have to do? You both had to go to Jay's planet and see Echidna. Even though the session is about as far from normal as it possibly can get, the same basic rules apply. Someone needs to seek an audience with her and get her to release the Genesis fog. Or the tadpole that grows up to become the fog, which is the stage of development he's in at this point. Remember, Kanai, you had to do this on your planet to get our fog released into Skya. Yeah. She asked me to do something impossible. To which I replied, that's impossible. So she ended up demanding that I fight her. Which I did. Made me feel real sad. I'd rather not to do that again. But I had to do that again. Well, that's what she wants, and yes. Why does it have to be me, though? Because someone has to. So tell me this is the plan that Candace had for you before we derailed all their stuff. You keep talking about all these sources. Who are all these sources? Did Aquis tell you this too? No, look, I've been busy, okay? Information is everywhere if you know where to look. Durst has a lot of agents on the inside who are wise to the old lady's plans. Checking the bushes for good intel isn't that complicated. It just takes a little effort. Some people on the slip patch should maybe try looking into that sometime. If you say so. Would you just put a lid on it for a second listen? Normally Jade would be the one to do this, but at this time, Jade had to become corrupted, so I guess Echidna wouldn't deal with her. And now Jade's asleep, which is exactly how she needs to stay. So that leaves a person Echidna requested in Jade's absent, which is you. I'm assuming because you were also a space player, so you'll be able to understand her garbled nonsense language, but that's not all there is to it. She also requests you be Karkat. Ugh! Why the heck would she want to see me? No idea. Dances are mysterious. Maybe she wants another long or ball player? Or maybe she just has a bone to pick with you in particular? You know, since you and Kanai were both involved in the frog meeting and stuff in our session, let's face it, you kind of messed that up. You were pretty hasty and reckless about it, and the result was a defective frog. Sure, there was more to it than that, like problems with the human session that were totally unrelated with ours to the cyclical time garbage, but you get the point. Echidna probably doesn't take kindly to people who are cavalier with the sacred frog duties. That's kind of her domain. Like the propagation of existence and all that. So maybe got some stuff to atone for before she agrees to let another precious frog out of her divine custody. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Trying to make me feel bad about some ancient history. So I'll be nervous about this encounter. But I'll spare you the trouble. I'm already nervous. I don't want to go prostrate myself before a babbling snake goddess even under ideal circumstances. Karkat, relax. I'm guessing this will just be a sort of formality. That's how things always stuck with me, like getting the blessing from a queen or some mythical matriarch before proceeding with some incredibly important event or claiming a cosmic reward. Or maybe I'll just have to kill her again. I don't see what difference it makes. Really, who knows what her real purposes are? They're probably totally unfathomable. Echidna is kind of a big deal. Dennison, one of the real heavy hitters like the other guy. She really is just wrong with the ridiculous name. She might even be the biggest deal. She's the mother of all Dennisons, I mean, not in a little sense. Like, I really doubt she physically spawned them all. So if she wants you to do something, it's serious. And if you need to do something of massive cosmic significance, like release a fog that contains the entire universe's balance and by the same token, it has to go through her. The other dancers are a bunch of pretty grumbling, riddled merchants by comparison. You should feel honored she even wants to see you. How are we even sure she has a fog to release? Who made this frog? Jokers from this session? Man, I thought they spent months doing nothing. It's the same fog John made, which can I help remember? Heck, you may have even been involved in that process too. I don't recall every single detail. But I fell in the forge on Jay's planet back in the old session. Now Jay's planet is here. Hence the fog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating a planet for a few years. And Connect kept it warm for us until we're ready, which is now. Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. So the condense was going to make us do this originally? Why? Because the goal was pretty much the same as ours to win the game and create a universe. The battle taking place here isn't over whether one will be created. It's over who gets to control it when it's made. Ideally, that should be us rather than a genocidal fish dictator. In fact, we don't want anyone to control it. Nobody should control the universe. That's what bad guys try to do. We just want it to be a nice place to live and free of any controlling influence that will make life miserable for the people who live there. Having an attitude about the ultimate war that differs from that in any way is just another thing we screwed up the first time around. So let's just be clear on what we're fighting for here. Got it? Yeah. You made your point. Hey, it's an 8-ball with a planet in it. Next item, Earth. When you enter the new universe, you're going to need a planet to live on. Why not just resettle the one you all grew up on? The contest kind of screwed it up though. In your Scratch universe, she spent a few centuries getting ready for a neutral paradise. She flooded the whole thing. So when you get there, you'll need to skip ahead to some time far in the future when the oceans have receded. She'll be livable by then. Heck, it may even be a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle's over, make sure you give it to Jade. What is it? It's Earth. Remember how 3 years ago you told Terezi we needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in the time since, we talked about it a lot and figured that this was most likely the reason she told you to give it to us. It wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code for your wallet. It took a little while, but if you like, I guess the code digits, but we eventually got there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus. You hacked my dad's wallet? Sure, like I said, we had some time on our hands. It is, after all, just a wallet. It's not like it's some ledger item he did on some mythical dark quest. I mean, he did buy the thing somewhere, right? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I still think it's a pretty special thing. Nope, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's literally just a wallet. Anyway, then before I did scanning work on session, I rode the meteor through the gate, watched it crash on Earth, and just kept to log the whole dang thing and got out of there. No sweat. Presuming like grim dark Jade was supposed to be if she wasn't asleep. Again, if it was a pretty good plan, she just never saw me coming. Sorry, Condi, but if you want waterlogged little glow back, you'll have to pry it from John's dead hands out. Yeah. About that. Those are important things to remember, but don't forget the basics. Remember to finish building up your hives as far as they'll go. Then deploy the grist rigs, which will disperse your planet's hordes into the sky, giving it to the nutrition needed to mature the fog. This is scrub 101 stuff. But I guess it bears repeating since most of you have never actually made this far. When the hordes are empty and sky is ready, then all you have to do is make sure someone's in position to ignite the forge. Then everyone might have you right back here on the lily pad to catch the ultimate reward, which is represented by the hive-shaped thing with the door on it that leads to a new universe. Any questions before we kick this into action? Yeah, I have one. Vriska, what's your part in all this? Aside from making all these airtight plans, you've been making it sound like you won't be here when this all happens. Of course I won't. I'll be out doing something much more important than all this. I'll be traveling to the first ring to kill Lord English. Wait, what? Wow. Isn't that going to be like, hard? Of course it will be. Are you sure you can even do that? I mean, like, by yourself, I mean? John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving into this blindly. See, somewhere out there in an incomprehensible casual story of the furthest ring, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans. Yeah, this, shenanigans thing. Yeah, that sounds weirdly familiar. Oh, I'm sure it does. But the point is, along the way, the plan stalled out. It went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost away. So someone needs to light a fire under that stuff again. I don't see anyone else stepping forward. How are you going to do that? Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is. Whole crew. So, is that it? Is that the end of this cool strategy jam / fun reunion? That's it. That's the whole situation, my whole plan, and everything you need to do. Good luck, everyone. Human golf clap. Thanks, Pyrope. Alright, so, What now? Kanaya. Guess we had to, what was it? Jade? Like right now? Since I guess the clock is ticking. Lofaf. And yes. Right. And we're supposed to go after the condense really soon too, right? Condense. And yes. But not like right away. There's still a couple hours for which of us to prepare, which we should use to come up with a fighting strategy. Yeah. I wish Jade and Nana could be awake for this. I really want to talk to them and let them in on all the cool stuff we're about to do. I guess I had to stay asleep for a while though. Oh well. Hey, Jake? Huh? Want to come make plans with us? We can, help you figure out how to deal with the robot Jack and whatever hooligans he's bringing. Oh, yes. Thanks, John. Maybe. Okay. Hey, Dave. We should probably work out a funny strategy too, since it sounds like we got a real nasty one to deal with. Yeah, but what? I don't know. Feels weird to make some battle plans when one of our team members still isn't here. Well, I think we can at least outline the strategy, right? Figure out how we'll approach a villain with his particular strengths and weaknesses, and assume our third member will be ready to fight if we tell him to. Well, yeah, I'm sure if Teen Hard But Strive shows up with his sword and his shades and stuff, and we say, hey, dude, look, bad guy, go kill, I'm sure the guy will be more than willing to oblige. It's just, man, what? Feels wrong planning around him like it's a weird hypothetical battle mannequin. From the weird things I have heard about him from your own personal mouth, that actually sounds like a pretty apt description to me. Well, no. It's more complicated than that. And I'm supposed to be getting ready for this huge daily battle, which is so much more intense than anything I ever did. Even like 3 years ago, back when I was actually doing adventure stuff instead of watching Dan Cook movies, somehow I'll be all geared up for that. And meet my team bro for the first time. Let's say, oh, there you are, that's cool. Let's fight this random nine indestructible butthole and then hog bump or something. How do I deal with all this? I think I could end up getting us all killed and none of you are taking this seriously. Okay, Strad, I've heard enough. Huh? I have been more than patient and more than accommodating, but your hangups regarding your ancestor are starting to border on pathetic. Hey, why don't you, can it? Crockett, stay out of this. No, I won't. Not if you're going to start trashing people with respect to the sensitive issues in a manner that is way over the line, as far as the basic ground rules of good natured stuff talking goes. Ground rules on which I happen to be an expert. Either make sure your trash mouth invective is critically constructive, or shit up. Who said I wasn't being constructive? God, I could have all stuck in the world on this, but I can see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can figure I'm going to have to experience matters. Go figure. Leave it all to Visco once again. What? What the heck are you even gonna do? Gonna shoot someone? I told you. I'm expedient matters. What? Pow. Did you just create a window? Dude, that was cool. There you go. Strider meets Strider. He's pretty screwed up, but probably a nice guy once you get to know him. Which one I'm talking about, you ask? Who knows? Feeling awkward? Here's the idea. Get that, go for it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm not sure I can take another second of this. Jeez, Vriska. Are they really that bad? Who the Striders? No, they're fine. That's not what I'm talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox Space which I can't stand for. Not another moment. In fact, it makes me sure just thinking about this lingering flaw which has yet to be rectified. Oh? What is it? Her eye is twitching. You see that? Like subtle, but her right eye is like going up and down. Whoa. My ghost is being a hacking loser. And she's gone. Hmm. End of this section. Oh, look at the zoom out here. Ah, it's so pretty. Ah, it's so pretty. Oh, it's getting dark. Less pretty now. So beautiful. Oh, is this Calliope? Calliope? Yeah, it is. Oh, so we're back here. Sweet. So we got Jane, Jade, and Calliope. Calliope. I can never say that right. Like never, ever, ever, and I don't know why. Just bothers me, but I try my best. Jane Crocker and Jade. Things because they all three of them have like the same voice. I think I mentioned this last time, but you know, I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go with it. Because screw it. There's so many characters. This is what I'm learning from Super Wars. Stop being so critical on voices. Jane. Um I hope I don't sound too much like a dream bubble novice, but now that we remember to sleep, how do we wake up? Good question. I have no idea. I mean, not that I haven't had a wonderful time recording our stories here with you, both, but maybe we should return to our friends soon. What if they need our help? Obviously, I have enjoyed your company more than I can say, but you're right. You cannot stay here forever. Your friends need you, so I will wake you up. Wait, you can do that? Ooh. Wow. Okay then, I guess that settles that. But before we go, I just want to say, in case we never get another chance to, what the? Huh? Something is happening. Ooh. Whoa! We just lost our bed. Was this bedknobs and broomsticks? There's no movie for you. How many people have seen bedknobs and broomsticks? I used to love that movie as a kid. That was such a great movie. And that was actually the change of a page here. This is one page, and then that's the next page. Well done. That was very seamless. Falling through the void. Oh, the riding slide it now. Like Snake Way, except down. And now it's like Snake Way. Where are we going? Well, at first I thought these were two fingers coming together like Michelangelo's painting. 'Cause that's honestly what that looks like right there. Look at that. It looks like Michelangelo's painting. I know this place. Where are we? It's Echidna's lair. Or my memory of it at least. Or possibly someone else's. Jane? Where did Jane go? Ah, where did you come from? And where did she go? Oh, what's up with the face? Abba, confidently dubba, you silly snoot nerds. My exceedingly strong work as the party's premier bodybuilder hacker is done. And off I go. Ah, Jane, you're awake! Roxy? No, that's Jane that I'm thinking of. Yeah, Roxy, right. Roxy, you're alive. You're. So are you. You were dead last time I saw you, and also before I found you sleeping here, but now you're awake and also alive? Yeah, you were dead too. Because I. But now you're. Oh god, Roxy. I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight when. Please forgive me. Oh, Jenny, don't want to worry about whatever sad incident that friend's about. That's all water under a bridge from reality I got no recollection of and therefore don't matter at all. By which I mean, there's reality here. So, okay, the reality is still kind of relevant because we are literally inside of it at the moment, but I'm new here. I came over to keep being Roxy since the old one died or whatever through heck of debacles. That is quite an explanation. Jeez, I missed you. Come here, you extravagant witch. Haha, wait, what? Aw. The hug pile doesn't stop from getting taller. Huh? The hug pile. There are more hugs, Rose. I can see the hugs. I don't understand the pile thing. Oh, don't you remember? A funny quote from one of Dave's old comics. Ah, yes, vaguely. It's been a long journey, John. I believe one of the most valuable lessons that comes with growing up is gaining the wisdom that gently informs you when it's time to retire a meme. Ha! I guess I never earned that handy badge or whatever. I like this though. Every time someone wakes up or pops out of nowhere, it's fun times all over again. I feel like I should be playing reunion bingo. Who will be next? My money is on the long awaited and insanely poignant reunion between me and Casey the Salamander. Hey, Casey! Surely you mean my dear Viceroy Bubbles von Salamander, right? And instead of you mean me. That's when the real tears will flow. What do you think she's up to? He, no, she is my beautiful daughter. Something tells me the good Viceroy has been busy. Oh, I sense that he's been scheming, plotting, bidding his time, accruing dark legions. That sure is the thing that would be done it too. Yeah. The hero that we need. Viceroy Bubbles von Salamander, the Dark Necromancer. He's gonna be the hero of the story. Watch, and that would be just perfect for Homestuck. Hi, Nana. Jane. Sorry, it's an easy mistake to make because you're my Nana. Hello, real smooth stuff there, John. Hello. A pleasure to meet you, John. Or Pop, as I used to know you. Hee yeah, so I heard. You look so young. Thanks. So do you. My Nana who used to be ashes on my fireplace regained an old womanly visage when I turned it into a sprite, and she helped me along the way. So Nana is a sprite. Did you know that? No. I thought you should know that. She's probably around here somewhere. I hope you can meet her. Oh, also, I'm your son, technically. Did you know that? Yes, it's a pretty sad fact, but also pretty cool. Yep. Oh, Jane, that's my daughter there. Say hi to her. Hi. Hi, John's hot mom. Heck. Haha. Also, that's another version of Rose who died and then I buried in a super cat. I buried her for some reason and prototyped her, so say hello to my cool floaty double daughter. Hi, Roxy's hot double daughter. Ah, Rose Prime. I believe I have just been owned. Gosh damn, they contagious butt 40 boners. It's so hard to keep track of people because all kind of the same in my mind. Wow, I feel so out of the loop. Sorry if I still seem disoriented from my nap. I suppose it was. Or impromptu troll coma. Roxy, you had to clue me in on what happened here. Where are Dirk and Jake? And for that matter, John, where are your other friends? Oh, Jade, where is she? Is she still asleep? Hey, Janie, that was all like a lot of stuff to say. Everything going on here is fairly complicated and heavily peopled. Don't worry, I'll easily still end up complicating this stuff again. Well, okay, cliff notes are Jake screwed off somewhere and Dirk recently screwed back here through a window, but he left again pretty quick. They went with Dirk at whatever they're hecking off to now. I think to get ready for some swords fighting. And yeah, Jade is still asleep, but a couple trolls legged her off somewhere for now. And the rest of the junk I'm still finding out myself because, like I said, I'm new to this exact plane of shenanigans. Wait, I don't think we ever got that scene with Dirk bugging off with other Strider. When did that happen? Yes, you mentioned that. I still don't know what you mean by. Wait, you and John came from another reality where everything went horribly, right? Hmm. I just remembered, really. It's been such a roller coaster ride for my memories since I fell asleep. Your and John's travels were a critical part of the illustrated story we reconstructed through our members with Callie. What? You saw Callie in your dreams? I did. Oh man, how was she? I saw her in a dream a little while ago and we talked about lots of stuff. She looked like a troll then. Yes, her troll Sona. She had hers on when I saw her. And we had ours on, too. Ah! She seemed to be doing well. Nervous, of course, since she was hiding. But we passed the time with our stories. It was a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to meet her. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance again. Well, now that you mention it, it is one of my chief obligations, objectives to go looking for ASAP, and not to be that rogue and brag and all heavy, but I may be in better touch with my void powers now. So maybe I could stand a Pico chance of tracking her down, cause I got something for her. You do? What? Just a little Prezi NBD. Ah, I see. Joke! It is crucial effing bling Janie. One priceless digit donut with more carrots and a rabbit too fat for a horse. Magic too. Wow. So you mean a ring then? Yeah. Oh man, that's a great idea, Roxy. You should try Ingrid to her as soon as you can. Then maybe we can all meet her before we ramp up for this battle. Yeah, you think I can do it? Sure. I like your chances too. Same. Me too, Roxy. I also have some experience helping people along in the right direction when it comes to navigating the abyss. Maybe I could assist. Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure I have experience performing literally the exact same task in a slightly different context. So maybe I can double assist. See, Roxy? Everyone thinks you should do it because they all believe in you. That's right. Shucks, heckers, y'all are killing me here. Heart. Meow, I'm so happy. Quigless, you silly bastard, what's up? Purr, purr, purr. All the humans being so close together and happy and friendly. Purr, purr. It's making me really excited and happy too. Make me feel like I want to be a part of everything. Purr, purr. And get close to a nearby person and be happy at them with my body. Purr. Jaspers, what do you? Can't help it, Rose. I want to cuddle. I'm feeling so pleased and friendly. Jaspers, no, don't. Oh no, they're gonna touch. No, Jaspers, no. Arr! Oh dear God, what just happened? Oh no, look at that smile. Oh dear God. Great, another thing that the condoms can control now, right? Jasper's right to the second power. Meow meow, mother heckers! Why is everything always so wonderful? I don't know if that's a good thing. Okay, so we're back here. Whoa. Look at the eyes, they changed. Wait, why is the text red? Welcome back, Jade. Ooh. Come toward me. Hi, it's good to see you again. You are kind to believe that. How long has it been? There's no way to measure. Can't be really Calliope, can it? Jade, could you wait over here? I will return in a moment. Hmm. The wand. The heck? What? Oh, reverted her back to her true form. See. So this is the other Calliope. Or Calliope. Calliope. Whatever. I've been searching for you. Oh, you have. I've been waiting. Um, what will it be? Pardon, I don't. Forgive my faltering, miss. Miss Calliope. I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to ask you something? No, but you may if you wish. In that case, Jay told me that you enjoy telling stories like me. Is that true? I used to. Long ago, I would tell stories to myself for the sake of amusement. Now I only tell them to others when it serves a purpose. Is there a story you would like to hear? Possibly. There's so much to wonder. Why are you here? I mean, in the lair of Echidna? This is where I was killed. Ooh, would you like to hear that story? My death was the very end, of course. When telling a story at the end, where does one begin? At the true beginning, or one of the many points between disguised as such. In the story of the end, which events preceding the final moment itself shall be considered extraneous. For me, none were. For you, all were. Simply depends on how long you're willing to listen, and for how long you have. How long do I have? Now that you're here, not long at all. Whoa. Oh, I'd want to listen as much as possible, and whatever amount of time I have, if you please. From the true beginning, then, and moving swiftly, I began the same as you, vulnerable, weak, and without the comfort of others, to whom these flaws would endear me. So I became strong and killed my brother. I wore him down, I ate his soul, adjust my words in his blood to hear victory every time I spoke. I consumed his strength too. It was always in me, just as yours was in him. But being strong was not enough. Dead session is an impossible time challenge. The planets detonate sooner and sooner, one by one. It is a trial designed to be unwinnable. A muse of space could never solve it, but a lord of time could with relentless perseverance. It could only be him. My brother? Yes, I was never meant to rise to the place he holds because the game was rigged, tilted in favor of his aspect. Having gained immortality, I could sit forever in a spent dead session, or I could seek counsel with the mother of monsters, and that is why you stand in my memory of her lair. Whoa. Her choice was simple, and I accepted. She mercifully ended my life then and there. Less mercifully is what came in exchange. My soul would have to wait here for what felt like a very, very long time. Wait for what? You. Atina told me that your visit would be my signal, an indication that the furthest ring around me had uncoiled itself momentarily enough to be navigable. It would mean it was time for me to go and fulfill the rest of my promise to her. So that is what I will do. I see. Then what about me? What do you mean? I was under the impression I need to find you, and apparently that was true so that you can leave, but I thought this encounter might have some purpose for me, that you might let me know if I fit into everything from this moment onward. The only relevance here and to the greater good was to function as my signal, a simple notification as foretold by Echidna, and now that you are here, I can go. But then, what should I do? You don't need to do anything. Be who you become. No, I didn't. Consume the fruits of an existence I could never understand. Live. Hmm. Ooh. The ring. Let's go. The eyes came on. She's alive. Aw. Look at that smile. Aw. Zap. Snake noises. It's huge. So you actually understood what she was saying with that ear-splitting malarkey? Yes. Wow. Guess we really did send the right person then. Plus one useless tag along. I guess to bear witness or something. Probably record the legendary conversation like a scribe. With his bench warmer's pen into the hollowed scroll of the second banana. What? Except I didn't bring my pen or scroll, and I don't speak monster screaming. So my transcript would read like, more shrill noises, like God playing the edge of a glass inside your think pan. Miriam continues to nod along. We talked about you. What? Did? What did she say? It was a short conversation. The entire exchange was quite brief and straightforward, actually. No, I kinda get that. Even though I don't have a keen ear for the beast twaddle, I can still detect when a conversation doesn't last for much time. I mean, did she say what she wanted with me? Or what she wants me to do? You don't have to do anything. And she didn't want anything with you in particular. She just wanted you here. Okay, well, here I am, Queen Snake. Are you satisfied? Yes, she is apparently. Then what did you talk about when my name came up? Now is probably not the right time to get deep into the subject, but it was nothing bad. To the contrary, really. Okay, then what about you? What did you want to see you, Kanaya? Can you at least tell me something about this maddening exchange? The bottom line is the meeting has served its purpose and Echidna is satisfied. She will release the fog when the time comes. I think Vriska was basically right. She wanted to get a look at us, to assess our worthiness, before she would agree to authorize the conception of another universe. It would seem that we measured up once the questions were answered. What questions? Those pertaining to how a universe would be treated once occupied, and whether we intended to take that responsibility seriously by following through with the duties we have fundamentally tasked ourselves with by our natural inclinations. I mean us specifically, you and I. Duties? Natural inclinations? What the heck is she talking about? Natural inclinations, I just think just means some idea that is important to us that has threaded its way through every moment and decision of our lives, even when not apparent. The refrain of our being, maybe you could call it, a thing that attracts and inspires us and simultaneously weighs on us so heavily we are never sure what to do. For me, it is procreation, I believe, and so does she, fighting for the persistence of our people. I guess you could say, motherhood. What about me then? I think that is for you to say. I'm not sure it is, really. If I'm hearing you right, worthiness of inheriting this universe hinges on whether I can live up to what my stuff is about, so to speak. But I don't know what my stuff is about. I really like to know, actually. Considering it sounds like you touched on that subject with her, but even if only briefly, it sounds like a conversation I would have benefited from understanding. Really, if there were only one clangorous creature screed I liked to have been able to parse over my lifetime, that was probably it. So, you really don't have even the slightest sense of what you stand for. Some concept that speaks to you in some way, or represents ideals important to you. I don't know. Blood? Blood? No, not blood. I mean, not really, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what that means or why I said it. Except that's the easy answer, just because it's my stupid aspect. Well, it's a topic I could get behind. Do you have any? What? You mean aside from a heckload of the stuff I carry around in my veins all the time? No, sorry. Oh, please don't look at my body like that while drooling. Whoops. But, really. I just called that, sorry. But really, I don't have a clue what my aspect means, or if it even has any substantive correlation with my stuff or whatever Echidna was going on about. Honestly, though, when we started playing the game and learned all about the aspect stuff and who was what, I got so excited when I found out about mine. I was like, what? Blood! Heck yeah! Well, that's me. So awesome. I'm so awesome. So yeah, that chick's out. And even though the thing about being awesome was BS, still just felt right. Now I think it still does. That's nice. I think it can only be positive to feel a deep affinity for one's aspect, better than being at odds with it. I never felt like I had much to do with space until eventually I somehow came to understand space meant more than just space, like not just physical room and dimension for stars to occupy. It's deeper than that. A field related to propagation. The ones who create it. They are passing a torch, as it were. Yeah, at first. I thought blood just meant like something about being a warrior or being completely ruthless to anyone standing in the way of victory. But as more time passed, I realized there probably was a lot more to it, and I still don't understand it. Maybe I never will. But you know, even though I don't have those immature views of being a big shot anymore, I still want to fight. You do? Yeah. I mean, not any old time like some belligerent butthole, but when everything is on the line, it really matters. Like, now. So maybe I wasn't too far off on that part of my aspect. Maybe it does have something to do with like the warrior spirit stuff, even if body and skills can't quite back that up. That could be. It could also be there's more to being a warrior than engaging in physical combat. Hmm. Seriously, I still do want to help make a difference as Bal somehow. I know you do. Look, I completely admit horrible. I'm the horrible that reserved for the smallest toilet when it comes to fighting ability. All that smack talk between me and Riska about my usefulness, well, that was even some snappy little farce, where we all ride Karkat's crotch Bandu for a lively chuckle. It was just some basic boilerplate interlocution that was exactly on the same level. I'm not a god tier, but you know what? Neither are you, and neither is Terezi. But you're both great, and deadly as heck. No excuse. I've never been any good. It took me a long time to come to terms with just how deluded I was about that. The only reason we ended up winning our game was that everyone else was able to pick up the slack for me. Pretty much all I did was spend a few weeks shouting at everybody. I never told anyone this, but even when I beat my denizen, I'm pretty sure that's only because I got the one reserved for the weakest players. Like a special one. You know how there's supposedly rare one that only really strong players get? It has some weird stupid name. Pretty sure mine was like that, but just like the opposite. Really, I never said anything about this because it was so embarrassing, but when I got to him, he was weirdly small. Like, just really small. And he mumbles his choice stuff, which I of course completely ignore, and he seems to know I will. I can hear it in his voice. He knows I won't care. He can sense my contempt. He can sense how small and pitiful I feel. And because he's like all knowing and stuff, he's factored this in. On some level, I think I understood all this. It just made me furious. So I killed him. It was too easy, even for me. It was easy. I remember thinking, what the heck, after the final blow. So yeah, I've been pretty sure I got the training denizen ever since. Just a matter of admitting it to myself. Actually, dumb as it sounds, think I'm still not comfortable with people knowing that fact. Still feels humiliating. Would you mind not telling anyone, Kanaya? I'll stay quiet. But yeah, my utterly tragic lameness attribute notwithstanding, I still like to contribute. I know it won't count for much. I might even get in the way of somebody competent. But it matters to me. Put everything on the line. For all the right reasons this time. Not to prove I'm strong or awesome or anything. Opposite, really. To put myself out there knowing perfectly well I'm not. Feel like I have to earn the right to inherit this universe just like everybody else. Not just get dragged into it on the loose fabric of everyone's pajamas. It also feels important to just, I don't know, stand there with my friends. They're risking their lives and they may be more supernaturally resilient or whatever, but hey, should at least be risking mine too. To at least show I'm there with them. And who knows, maybe a moment will present itself where I can do something important. Like nudge someone out of the way of a random flaming heckball just in time. Or maybe some other small thing actually within my ability. Maybe I'll die in the process of saving someone more crucial to victory. That's what it takes to be a part of this, so be it. I'm in. That's why you're our leader, Carcat. I'm not your leader. Statements like that are also why you're our leader. No, don't accept that. You have to. What? Why? No, I don't. Look, we just established this back on the pad. I'm not a leader anymore. End of story. That isn't what Echidna said. Huh? It was part of the deal. What? What deal? The choice she gave me. It was straightforward, like I said. Seeing as was mostly a formality, she was perfectly willing to release the fog. But there was one small thing I had to agree to first. What? To protect you. In addition to living up to the things I supposedly stand for as well, the resurrection of our people. But once I did that, she made it clear they need guidance. She didn't seem happy with the idea of her universe being stricken with another race of lost souls. Maybe she feels you are the best chance we'd have at preventing that. Are you joking? Not at the moment. These denizens are full of surprises, aren't they? Okay, cool, whatever you say, Echidna. Probably a load of heck, but a deal's a deal. At least protecting me should be pretty easy. Promise to live up to it, right? I'd hope so. Sure it is. When I head out to battle, all you have to do is stick near me and do your best to provide me cover. I think as long as you're giving your best effort, you're technically keeping your end of the bargain. That would be one way of handling it. Great. It's settled then. Now let's get out of this stuffy cave and get psyched for battle. Man, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to dust the old sickle off. Which one to use, though? Home, smell you later? Possibly lacking in combat stats, so it's hard to say no to a classic. This way, Kanaya. Don't worry. I'll meet you out there. Once it's all over. Huh? Bonk! Oof! And he's out. KO'd! Pat pat. Pleasant dreams, friend. If you can hear me in your dreams. Haha, you probably can't. Alright, so I think, yeah, good stopping point here. Thank you for everything, my dear friends. Much love to you all. If you like what we do here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to like the video and subscribe. I will see you again soon on our continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck. But until then, hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazingly awesome day today. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.